Yeah, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Zai. You already know what time it is, man. I gotta get on here and cook some grits real quick. You know, what I understand is like these dudes that be out here proclaiming to be straight gangster, and I know it's gonna be negative, and I'm trying to slide back from that, but I just had to address this cat, Yella. People, I just don't understand. Like, dude is allegedly associated with the gangster disciples, which you know from prior videos that I've rocked with a few of them cats. But it's like you're associated with gangster disciples, but you get on social media and you tell everybody that's listening that it was Mexicanos that shot at you, which is stupid to be honest. Like, even if it was a mistake, it, it's still snitching. Like, there's no way around it. People will try to downplay it and be like, oh, this and that, and try to water it down. Nah, it's no dry snitching. That's just snitching straight out. Because if the cops, like, I was watching Rick Rock's thing, if the cops would have pulled over some Mexicanos down the street that had a gun and it wasn't even them, they were going to jail for that. And then you would have got on the stand and probably testified. Because if you could come on social media and not only diss Mexicanos, but to say that it was Mexicans that shot at you, could have just said, I got shot at in San Bernardino. If you really felt like you needed to put it out on social media, like at least that, nobody could have said anything. It's like, hey, that got shot at, that's it. But you put it out that it was Mexicans in particular that shot at you, and then you got disrespectful towards Mexicanos, which is not only stupid, it's ludicrous to think that you could run around California and think that you could disrespect an entire race that is the predominant force as far as like people in California, and then you didn't even break it down in groups like all these Southern Mexicans, like you just said Mexicans, period, not knowing that everywhere you move in California, you're gonna run into Mexicans. You go up north, the Norteños, like when you gotta you if you were anything, you should have just said that. Like, the Southern like whatever you snitched, period. So it was just like whatever. But you should have just been like, oh yeah, these Southern Mexicans shot at me, or these men, or just name their hood. Obviously, it wasn't just one of those things that just happened. Like, the homies do their thing, but it just randomly at your shit up with your kids in the car. Like, what I'm thinking is you probably got disrespectful towards people that you thought was sweet, and they gave you the business, or at least they tried to give you the business. But regardless of the fact, if you're really a gangster, you don't go on social media and describe them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something that you don't do. But that goes to show you these cats that just be thinking they're above everything. Like, you got to really understand that there's consequence for your action. Now, like when I was watching Rick Rock, you know what he said, that you should just leave Cali, and I really think you do. Like, I have nothing against you, but I think once you did the whole F Mexicanos thing, you should just leave Cali, because 9 times 10 you're gonna run into Mexicans again, and they're probably gonna have something for you. I mean that's just Cali. People out here have been dealing with different races for a long time, so they know how to move. You being from out of state, you don't know nothing about California, so and obviously you ain't got nobody that you can call that got your back, or got that much pressure in the streets to where they can, because if she got shot up, nobody gave you a pistol to protect yourself. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's just, you got to make it make sense. If I was you, I would do like Rick Ross said, just leave California and go back to like Vegas. But then again, Vegas got its hitters out there, but obviously you've been out there long enough to establish a bond, or a repertoire, something with them out there, and they allowed you to kick it. Because I mean, we all know what Vegas do. Like, I've been to Vegas a few times, and I know that they get it cracking. Like, you just can't move around these streets like you just, you know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, I know cats from Vegas, so I already know. So obviously, you got something good with them, so they're not trying to press you. Because obviously, it ain't a gun thing, because you didn't have a gun when you got shot at. I mean, you would think a man in his car and his kids are there and they get shot at, maybe because you were probably popping it and you didn't pop back. Like, I mean, that just speaks volumes. If there was any time to have a gun on you, it was with your kids right there. You know what I mean? You got to protect them. All I'm saying is like this: for the people that are trying to downplay this, do snitch. That's a snitch straight out. You cannot cut it no other way. That's not dry snitching. You said Mexicans shot at your car. There could have been 5, 10, 20 Mexicans on the street, and the cops pick any of them up, and them fools end up in jail for the rest of their life because you chose to open your mouth. Now, like I said, I don't have nothing against you. I just think that you should do like Rick Rock said, and get the fuck out of Cali before you end up in a box. And it's not to say your state is not with the smoke, but you're not in your state. That's like us going to Chicago or any state that's pretty predominantly GDs and disrespected GDs. People do it, but you know what I mean? You would have to be an idiot. That's like me walking in Chicago and being another race and saying F all blacks. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get my noodles knocked out somewhere in between. I'm not going to go to Chicago and diss the Stones, the Mickey Cobras, the Vice Lords, the Tutu. But I'm not going to diss nobody because it's just smart. You don't go to people's state and get the pop in it. You, whether you choose to realize it or not, created you made a grave mistake, and of course, like you probably not gonna get dealt with because certain things are not necessarily reinforced what you do. But out here, you know what I'm saying, you're looking to return home in a box. I would just go back to Vegas. That's all I'm saying. I would go back to Vegas and just forget this ever happened and hope that nobody that you run across in Vegas happen to be from Cali and just feel some type of way because I don't know if you know about Cali, but it's get back in blood at all costs. But I'm sure nobody really take you serious on this one. They're probably gonna let you slide because 9 out of 10 nobody really wants to go get life for an out of towner that obviously didn't know what he was doing when he was moving around in these streets. But yeah, all I'm gonna say, dude, stay out of San Bernardino. If you got family there or whatever, let them be there. Or if you go, be incognito, go to the house. Don't be out in them streets. Even myself, knowing like spots in San Bernardino, I don't even move in them streets like that. That's like moving through Watts and South Central, just like all flamboyant, like oh, you got all them tats on your face. This Cali, this is gangland. You know what I'm saying? Chicago has got gangs and doing their thing, but this is ruled by gangs. So be smart, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. It's your boy Zod. I could go into it, but you know, you told, and that's just whichever way you want to cut it. That's your karma. Whatever happens in the future, but yeah, like Rick Rock said, man, just slide out of Cali, man. Nobody want to see you get smoked. It ain't worth your life, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna get no get back. No get back.